welcome to Chanakya English for our. How is this shaping up in
People like Mr. Lalu Prasad voluntarily giving the
completely a Hindu person? She's got like a, she shows it out.
without Hindus vote, OIC can never win. Where one side the High Command is releasing their candidature, the other side the alliance too not fixed yet.
The right of MLAs, MPs, where bribery is unconstitutional.
Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao case, it is not about bribery.
Like US, Germany, and all, there is no limit on how much any business or any individual can donate to a political party.
Even in India, there is no limitations.
There is, right? Hello and welcome to Chanakya English for our Pandey Politics. Welcome, sir. So, sir, yesterday we had our Prime Minister Modi in town. He was in Tamil Nadu, and it was I don't know, coincidental that on Sunday Lalu Yadav ji actually he made this comment that Modi does not have a family, and he does not understand the complications around it. And I think he went on to say something more about him not being a Hindu and all. But I guess the BJP party picked up on Modi not having a family, and they went with the campaign of Modi Ka Parivar. And yesterday our public meet in Chennai also went with that same tone. They were like, we are there, right? I mean, so BJP is the family of Modi. They started that way. And so I think yesterday was the start of the 10-day tour he's going to have in 12 different states and union territories. So how is this shaping up into their next step for elections, I guess?
See, BJP is a very, very, very intelligent party as far as politics is concerned. They will pick and make anything out of the box, and they will make it a poll strategy and thing. When they themselves very intelligent and can do magics and all, people like Mr. Lalu Prasad voluntarily giving the inputs to make politics, obviously BJP will not miss it. And when you talk about BJP, obviously it is about Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So everybody picked up, everybody started and changed their name in even all the social medias and all that. Amit Shah within bracket Modi Ka Parivar.
Yes.
L. Murugan within bracket Modi in Kudumbam. So this happens to everyone, from Rajnath Singh to everybody doing that. And this will work very well. And we cannot underestimate insult or criticize Mr. Modi for this, because we all know that he is having his own family. See, this is a very bad mindset that family is only about wife and children. Is it not about brothers? Is it not about mother and father and all? So he is having a huge family on his own. Lot of brothers are there with him. Just now, very recently, his mother passed away.
Yes.
So he too is having his personal family. Of course, he left his family for being a Swayam Sevak, and he throughout country he traveled and he learned a lot. And now we are seeing who he is. So and India is a country where even Sri Vivekananda is telling this. India is a country where if somebody in your family says that I am quitting all these family rituals and all, I am moving away through dharma and I will become a monk. So if somebody says, even if he is so younger, everybody in this family, including elders, they will fall in his feet.
Correct.
So this is the type of dharma and dharmic India possesses for all these long years. So somebody left his family for a noble cause. Not that he was not studying well, not that he was fighting with his family, not that any silly or petty reasons. It was completely for this country and Sangam and all those things. So criticizing and insulting and making all jokes out of that is entirely very bad thing. And when Laluji is claiming that he will not be able to, Modiji will not be able to understand the dynamics of family and all, through your biggest family, what you have done to the society? Lot of corruptions, lot of cases, ED, CBI, IT, everybody is in your doorstep. So is this what you want to show to the country, and being a leader you want to guide the country in that way? So whether you have a family or not doesn't matter. Are you a honest person or not? That's a matter. Being in politics, we should ask whether he is a honest person or not. And if you compare Mr. Modi ji with Lalu ji, every individual above 18 will have the answer, and that will be the same answer.
Okay. And sir, I guess Congress or the opposition in general have always strike back in this way. Their tone, language has not changed really. But what has changed now that people are actually taking that and turning it into looking at it, I guess, in a different angle, right? There is a change in how people are looking at the words they are using, right?
You are asking about the reaction or the...
The reaction, yes.
Yeah, obviously, see, people are convinced with the BJP as well as Modi ji's ruling. They are happy with that, and there is nobody to challenge that. Even if we can have some better government, we have not seen anybody who can challenge Mr. Modi. So whether this is the good government, yes, we can say this is a good government. Can there be a better government? Yes, there can be. But who can do that? We don't have an answer. Even the opposition parties doesn't have any answer. So people are 100% convinced with Modi, and they are with Modi ji, and they are with the BJP and their own alliance. So these opposition party people are very desperate. They don't know the way how to challenge and how to face India alliance. So they are desperate. They started all these things. People are very smarter and able to understand all these things. So for the first time, they started reacting for all these things. Even well before all these things, there were hardcore comments on these type of individuals and parties. Even it happened for Indira Gandhi in Tamil Nadu, it happened to Kamaraj, and these type of personal criticism and comments and insulting the individuals, that is not a new thing for politics. But previously there was no reactions. Now even common men started reacting, and they understand the dynamics, and they are all more and more stronger with the BJP and Modi ji because of all these things.
Okay. And one other thing to note, during the last two interactions between Modi ji and Tamil Nadu President Annamalai, and it looks as though somewhere Modi ji has some sort of, I don't know how to say it, a pride or some sort of happiness over how Annamalai has come across. Is that evident, or is there anything to talk about there really?
Without any doubt, Annamalai is too young, almost half of Modi ji's age. He is not even 38 or 39, he might be around 38 or 39 now, not even 40. So almost half of Modi ji's age, and Modi is seeing how aggressive he is. Within 2.5 years of his leadership, he has taken this party to next level in Tamil Nadu. Just 5 to 10 years back, people used to say there is no BJP in Tamil Nadu. Now we have 4 MLAs under the previous leadership of Mr. L. Murugan, current Union State Minister. And now the party is speaking for double-digit vote share in Tamil Nadu, and they are planning to win some seats also. They are focusing and targeting on that. Now things seems to be positive, very optimistic and progressive for BJP. So Modi ji, who want to become a pan-India leader without the separation of Congress and all that, South, North, Hindi belt and South belt, North belt. So he want to have his own parties, MPs and MLAs from every state of this country, from Kerala, from Andhra, from Telangana, from Tamil Nadu, every other state he wants. Of course, they already have somebody from Puducherry and Karnataka and Telangana. They want from Tamil Nadu and Kerala also, in Andhra Pradesh also. So he want to have his persons, his representation from every other state. So now he is gaining his momentum and confident that, of course, Tamil Nadu is gaining the momentum, and we can see our own representatives here. So that is mostly because of Mr. Annamalai. Of course, the party is vibrant, and Modi's performance, 10 years of his ruling, and as Annamalai is attracted towards Modi, the whole Tamil Nadu is also attracted towards Modi. So Modi's 10 years ruling and Annamalai's leadership and the party and the ideology, everything complemented in that way, and it is growing in a huge pace. So obviously BJP as well as Sangam as well as Modi ji all are happy about the state leadership of BJP in Tamil Nadu. That is why in the latest edition of Organizer, the RSS official English magazine, they are having Modi and Annamalai in a cover page, in their cover page. Cherishing with the crowd and all that, they are seeing that change, and they put Mr. Annamalai in cover page with Modi. So that is the sort of admiration as well as the appreciation the party, the Sangam as well as Mr. Prime Minister is giving towards Mr. Annamalai.
Okay. Recently, Congress leader Vijay Dhinakaran, she actually moved from Congress. She resigned and she moved to BJP. You had a talk with her also. Can you briefly sum up what her views were?
It is very significant. A sitting MLA who is having at least 2 more years of her term from Congress party and moving to BJP by resigning her post, this is very, very significant one. That shows 2 things in. Congress has very little future in Tamil Nadu. That also has to be supported by either the Dravidian parties. On their own, Congress party unable to survive. That is the state of Congress party in Tamil Nadu now. Whereas BJP was also in the same position earlier. Now after the leadership of Mr. Annamalai, they are starting to stand on their own. So that gives a huge momentum and that gives confidence to other leaders also. That is why Mrs. Vijay Dhinakaran shifted her political ideology and she came here. Of course, that is a jolt to Tamil Nadu Congress. But that will not make a huge difference or wave towards BJP and all. Of course, very, very, very significant move and they can claim and BJP can take all pride about all those things because a sitting MLA and sacrificing her post and coming here, that's not an easy one, that's not a smaller one. But whether this can change the whole political scenario, then it is not. Okay. She is a local Kanyakumari leader and she is a 3-time MLA and she can have a strong influence and vote share in Kanyakumari district. And how this party is going to capitalize that, BJP is going to capitalize that we have to see.
Okay. In Telangana, Hyderabad constituency, against Asaduddin Owaisi, they have actually brought in Madhavi Lata, who is completely a Hindu person. She's got like she shows it out as well. She's not hiding it. In Hyderabad is a very Muslim populated area. Is that really going to favor BJP there?
See, everybody will cast their nominate their candidate only in the belief that it will work. Nobody will nominate their candidate to lose. So there will be some idea behind that. But I humbly differ by seeing all these things as a Muslim candidate or Hindu candidate. Let us call them as an Indian candidate. Owaisi is also Indian Muslim. So that lady is also Hindu and we can call it Indian. So if you go religious, tomorrow they have to go caste wise. So some counter is there, some Kurmi is there, some Baniya is there, some Brahmin is there. It is not going to work. Of course, somewhere, of course, I have seen with that 195 candidates of BJP, they released first. Almost there was 4 to 5 Pandays. So there will be some Pandays, there will be some scheduled tribe, there will be some scheduled caste, everybody. So it's a mixture of candidature for everyone. So it is not that BJP is pushing someone as a Hindu face against a Islamic face. It is not. Even Raju Bhaiya in the same Hyderabad is there. He is a Hindu face. So he is a local leader. He is winning in his constituency, assembly constituency. So and Asaduddin Owaisi's own brother is also contesting and winning in the same area. So it is not about Hindu or Muslim. Of course, it will give a very different perception, and this may polarize vote also, as you think. So Muslim people can vote for them. See, without Hindus vote, Owaisi can never win. So Owaisi may seen as a Muslim face, but for that Hyderabad people, he seems to be their own representative. So even Hindus were voting them. So now BJP want to make some change on that, and they want to, because the Hyderabad constituency become Owaisi's fort. So no one can break, no one can enter it. So now BJP is trying some in different way. Let us work some different chemistry and all. Let us see how it works. I don't see that Hindu vote, Muslim vote. Without Hindus vote, OVC cannot win. And one more point, without Muslims vote, even Narendra Modi ji cannot win. In Varanasi also, at least not less than 20% minority votes are there. So are they not voting to, we can see just around the Kasi Vishwanath temple, you can see huge Muslim population there, huge Muslim population there. So without their vote, how Modi ji can become Prime Minister and again the MP? So even Muslims vote BJP, even Hindus vote OIC. So this is how our democracy works.
Okay. And moving on, sir, I guess, do we have an idea how in Tamil Nadu the candidature is going to be put out? Like, is Annamalai sir is he going to stand for MP, or do we have that idea yet? Is it out?
See, Tamil Nadu BJP is in a confused state yet. The High Command of BJP is trying to re-ally with AIADMK. But AIADMK closed their doors. State leadership of BJP, Mr. Annamalai, is completely against AIADMK alliance. So, even the BJP High Command has released 195 seats out of 543, almost 200 seats of 543. They have not named even a single person out of 40 in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. Because they have not yet finalized their alliance. Where one side the High Command is releasing their candidature, the other side the alliance too not fixed yet. So BJP Tamil Nadu is a confused state. They don't have a solid alliance whether they are going to go with the ADMK or they are going to ally with Mr. OPS and Mr. TTV and all. If at all they are going to ally, how many seats they are going to share?
There is still hope for ADMK with
the High Command is willing. That is what I learned.
Okay.
I don't see any space left. Because it was already closed.
Correct.
So this can be named as one side love. BJP High Command is completely sending their feelers, and ADMK is closed the doors. Though that's a separate case. So the party is in a confused state now. So there is no clarity on alliance. There is no clarity on seat sharing. Only then they have to talk about the candidature. Okay. When you don't know how many seats you are going to contest, and which are all the seats you don't contest, then how you can put a candidate? If you are going to contest in Sivagangai, you need to name someone. If you are going to contest in Coimbatore, you need to name someone. So when you are not aware which are all the seats you are going to contest, you cannot talk about the candidature. I see few people are there more confident if the alliance is in the appropriate way. Coimbatore, the few names are there. Kanyakumari, few names are there. Central Madras, few names are there. And South Madras. So these type of and the Tirunelveli also, Mr. Nainar Nahendra mostly he may contest. So these are all the few constituencies we can think that okay, this may go in the positive way, but we cannot have a clear say who may contest.
How much time?
And I am aware that Mr. Annamalai is not going to contest.
He's not. Okay. Do we know how much time they have left? Because I think by March 13th, the Election Commission may finalize the date for the elections.
They may say 10 days is too much of time in politics. I feel they are already delayed.
Okay. And sir, jumping on to the Supreme Court, recently, I think in the last few weeks, they have done some major changes to our what we think is legal and illegal sort of thing. And just yesterday, they took away the right of MLAs, MPs, where bribery is unconstitutional. They've gone back to Narasimha Rao's case about bribery being okay, right? So I think they took that away, and even PM Modi has applauded that. And a few weeks back, there was also the electoral bond issue where there's still some talk back and forth about the timing of when they did it, but the electoral bond was again said as it is unconstitutional. You cannot unanimously donate money to party folks. So has the Supreme Court done a major step up, or do you think they're still lagging?
No, Supreme Court is in the right direction without any doubt. But we have to see things in different way. Let us discuss one by one. One, Mr. P.V. Narasimha case, it is not about bribery. It not only about bribery, it is about bribery for asking question or acting or speaking or voting inside the parliament or assembly. So, getting bribery is an offence as per Constitution of India anywhere if it is.
Correct.
But there is an immunity for parliament and assembly. Court cannot interfere in the proceedings of parliament and assembly because they are lawmakers. The Supreme Court is the custodian of law. It's the custodian of law. The assembly and parliament is the parent of law. So only they enact law. Supreme Court monitors that, right? So the law, the constitution setup is like that. The court should not interfere into the procedure of proceedings of parliament and assembly. With that immunity, they claim, and the 5-member bench of Supreme Court previously held in that Narasimha Rao case, that Parliament and Assembly is having the immunity. So, if somebody, some MLAs, some MPs, if they get bribed to ask question or to vote in favor or vote in against somebody, then that will be cannot be sued, that cannot be questioned, that cannot you cannot put case against them because they have the immunity. Because that is going to happen inside the parliament, inside the assembly. So that sort of immunity was assured by the 5-member bench. Now 7-member bench headed by Mr. Justice Chandrachud, that clearly said bribery is bribery. So the parliament and assembly is having the immunity in the noble sense that nobody should interfere, nobody should influence, even the court. When somebody by bribing an MP or MLA, they can influence, then the immunity gone.
Correct.
So they said bribery is bribery, whether it is inside the parliament or outside the parliament, we cannot accept it, we can question, you can put a case.
Is this, when you're talking about this, I'm thinking about Mahua Maitra, is that the...
Obviously that also influenced, and this case came on the light of JAM, Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, when they were told that they got money to topple the government of Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao at that time. So Mr. Sibu Soren was that, and all those things happened on that time when 91-96 Narasimha Rao's government was there. So that is a separate one. Now the electoral bonds. See, previously the political parties were getting all sort of donations in cash and DD and checks in all forms.
Yes.
And there was no scrutiny, there was no auditing. Namka vaste, they were putting all those papers. No scrutiny, no auditing at all. To make it more proper and more white, now how the electoral bond system works. A donor who wants to donate to any political party, he can buy from State Bank of India.
Correct.
So you have to give white money. You cannot give your black money because you are going to buy in State Bank of India. State Bank of India is going to give their electoral bond. So a donor need to have only white money. Black money don't work here. That we have to understand. One, then they will get in number of bonds. For you can have 5 lakh rupees, for 5 lakhs, for 10 lakh rupees, or 1 crore or 10 crore. And you can have in different denominations. And with that electoral bonds bought through white money, you can share it to political parties. The political parties may not know who gave to us.
Okay.
So we received one electoral bond for 10 crore rupees from somebody. So who bought that, who gave it us, they may not be aware. They need not to reveal because it was in register with the State Bank of India. Now the Supreme Court instructed State Bank of India to reveal all the donors and all. So it is having the record. So who are all the donors? All the donors are recorded by State Bank of India, and all the amount denomination is recorded by State Bank of India, and every single penny is white money. So the party may not be aware who donated that, may not be aware who donated that, and they may not have how much money they received from. But what they received as an electoral bond, that is very open. Because it came through State Bank of India, which is a public sector bank, and they have all the documents. So this will help to reduce the black money in the
So now they've taken that
Election,
away.
election democracy. And see, now Supreme Court has strike down it, and we have to find out the alternative, better way. So the electoral bond is not the ultimate solution. It was one solution because previously there was only black money. Now there was a way to have a white money. Now let us find out some more options. We can explore it.
Critics actually say that BJP has benefited from this electoral
Obviously,
bond,
any ruling party will be beneficial. Any ruling party.
and the margin is very high.
Obviously, it will be there.
Okay.
Everybody will bet on winning horse. You will bet on only winning horse.
Why did the Supreme Court take it away if there isn't any solid negativity around it?
They want more transparency.
More transparency.
Yeah, we can encourage that. See, electoral bond is, according to my knowledge, it is not a wrong way. It is a better way of the previous one. Now the Supreme Court is want far more better way. Well, we can explore it.
Okay. In, I think, abroad, like US, Germany and all, there is no limit on how much any business or any individual can donate to a political party.
Even in India, there is no limitations.
There is, right?
No.
Okay.
There is no
I thought
limitation.
if you're a business, there's like 7.5% of your profit can...
No. See, CSR fund is entirely different. And individuals fund is entirely different. Companies fund is different. They can donate as much as they have to show their accounts and audit and tax and all. So if it is taxable, it will be taxable. If it is tax exempted, it will be exempted. So there is no limit that how much money you can spend to any political parties, how much money you can donate to any political party. It is not so. They will have their own surplus money or CSR fund. They will do down that. See, when the Congress party was ruling India, on that period, Mr. Ambani was number one, even now, of course. Then, why nobody blamed that Congress is growing, Ambani is growing. Now people are saying BJP is growing, Adani is growing. So obviously there will be some alliance with some business people. I completely agree. I'm not accepting it. I'm completely understanding it. It is the way how the politics works everywhere. So even in US, you might be aware. That candidate who is going to fight the presidential election, they have to raise the fund.
Yes.
So who is capable of raising more funds? He will seen as the winning candidate.
Yes.
So this is how it works. So obviously anybody will bet on the winning candidates and the winning party. So when Congress was ruling, they were getting huge amount. When BJP is ruling, they will be getting the most of the share, which is very obvious. Even in Tamil Nadu, DMK is the number one party which was getting huge donations. Why? DMK is opposition party comparatively, if you say in a national one. So in Tamil Nadu, this is a ruling party. How they are getting more money? Tamil Nadu politicians, Tamil Nadu industrialists, they will support DMK, which is a very obvious common one.
Okay. Sir, another lingering question is that do we have an idea when the election date is going to be? Is there any insider?
Announcement may come between 10 to 15 of March.
Okay.
And the first phase may start any day from April 15 to May 10 like that. That is what my assumption is, very vague and wild. I don't have any specific. I just guess this may be the trend.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, sir.